Now your details screen right here will bring this information up. So you're going to be able to see what vendors, wholesale costs, and you'll also be able to see your order history. This will actually show you 6 of your previous orders and inventory by date. So it makes it really nice. So I've ordered this on February 3rd, February 10th, February 18th, and I'm going to be able to see what I ordered at that day and what I had on inventory. So it makes it really nice and easy to be able to see all that information. Now getting into basically where you're able to see network deals. Living Naturally does have some vendors that we work with where we get exclusive deals, which is this little ED exclusive deal tab. And when you highlight one of these tabs, so let's say I highlighted this one, I'm going to be able to see what the exclusive deal is and when it runs till. Now the exclusive deals are only available on the ScanGenius program. You're not going to be able to find these on any deal sheets anywhere. So that's one of the other benefits of being a ScanGenius scanner customer. Okay. Next, basically what I've done is I've done my order and I've offloaded it, and now it's on the software. So this is basically what you're going to see once you've scanned everything in your store and you've brought it back to the computer, you've offloaded in its little docking station, and now you're going to be able to see what is on the software. So here's all my orders. So I have UNFI, I have Now, I have Jarrow, Irwin Natural. So here's all my orders. Now this order here is highlighted, so this is actually showing down here as well. So my UNFI Sarasota is highlighted, so I'm going to be able to see my order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you in. The next slide will actually cut the screen in half. So we're going to look at this half first, and then we're going to come back and look at the second half. So on the first half, you can see there's all the vendors. Here's the supplier, so you can hit that little drop-down box, which will have all your vendors in it, and you're able to pick which one you want to look at. Here's your full order here. So here's everybody that you ordered from when you offload, and then this here is your United order right here. So as you can see, it's going to show you what items were on sale, what items have exclusive deals, what items are new, what has been discontinued, and what's had a price change. So you'll be able to see all that information not only in your handheld but also on your software as well. And it'll actually tell you again here at the bottom what that sale is or what that exclusive deal is, so you'll be able to see all that information. So it makes it really nice and easy. Now to look at the other side of this order, here's all your pricing totals, and here's all your information. So here's your front, here's your back, the quantity that you needed to meet, or the quantity that you ordered, your minimum order quantity, which is given to us by the vendor, whether you're ordering a case or an each, and then the cost, and then the total for these items. So all that information is directly in here for you to view. You can go in here and edit this if you'd like to. Maybe you want to add more to the front quantity, or maybe you want to add more to your order quantity. You can do that. So once this is all okay and you're done, you can come up here and you can click this little submit button, and what it'll do is it'll come to us first here at Living Naturally, and then it only stays for a second, and then it bounces right off to the different vendors that you're ordering that product from. So it makes a really quick transition, and this way we can kind of monitor the order to make sure that the vendor is receiving it. So it'll come to us first. Now every vendor receives the order differently. Some vendors receive it right into their management systems, and then some vendors receive it by either email or fax, depending on how sophisticated their programs are. So if we're actually sending the order right into the management system, they're not having to rekey that information in. So basically everything goes directly into their management system, and the order gets processed. Now when we have to fax or email the order, then the supplier at that point in time is actually going to have somebody key that order in. But they had received it that way. So we just basically get confirmation that the order's been placed and the vendor has it. So you'll be able to see that information. Now let's say you don't want to send the order directly in yet. Maybe your buyer's on vacation and they need to see the order before it gets submitted. What you can do is send it to the Natural Market Watcher NMW which is an online portal that we have. You can send that order up there, and from there they're able to actually go in and view everything that you see here. So they're able to view your whole order, and from there they can add to it, they can delete from it. But when you send it to the NMW, the Natural Market Watch, it's in a pending state. It hasn't gone anywhere but to an online portal. So your buyer would then have to log in. They would have to go into the product or into the order. They would have to then make their adjustments, and they submit the order directly from the Natural Market Watch, and then that would go to us and then to your vendor. So either way works, but it's really great if somebody's out of town or maybe traveling, but they need to see the order. They still have a way to view the order, so it makes it really nice. Now, let's say for some reason you want to export the order. Maybe you know, you just want a copy of it, or maybe your internet is down and you can't submit electronically. You can then hit export order, and it'll come out to you in a nice Excel spreadsheet, and then you can take that order and fax it in or put it within your records, whatever you'd like to do. Okay. You can also add items. So if there's an item that you've missed, you can add items to this list. You can add items by UPC code. You can delete selected items, and then you can also click this little button that says stock not scanned. So these are all items that you've stocked with through ordering through ScanGenius, but you have not scanned those items. So maybe they're seasonal, or maybe you only get them in every once in a while. But this is a nice list to look at just in case maybe somebody forgot something, or maybe it was missing and they just didn't see it. So it's always nice to kind of look at your stock not scanned, and that way you might want to get it back in the store. You can also open your suppliers. You can create a new supplier from here. You can contact the vendor. So if you've seen a vendor and you want to contact them, you can contact them by phone. This is also the area where if you did use that tag button for your labels, you come in here and you click on shelf labels, and it would show all your shelf labels that you tagged, and you can print them off from there. We have a couple of different labels that you can use here that we can ship to you. There's an additional cost to the labels. I think they're like 25 cents a sheet. So you can either use the sticky laser labels, or the cardstock labels is what we have. Or you're able to go in and you're able to go, if you want to go to your health food store, or not health food store, if you want to go to your office supply store. There's also Avery labels that you can just purchase, and it'll give you the size and dimensions in the program, but you can do that as well. So you can get them either through Living Naturally or through that, either way. You can also look at your inventory history. If you've done an inventory with ScanGenius, you can look at the history for that to see where that is. And then you can do printable order columns as well. So if you want specific columns printed, you can do that. You can delete orders. You can, if you do an export this order, you just want to mark this order as submitted. That way you still have a copy of it in the system, and that way if you want to go back to electronically look, just in case something happens to your paper copy, you can do that. And then you can also maintain products here as well. This little thing here is a little legend to show you what all the other symbols here mean. So it just gives you a little legend for that information. So that makes it nice and easy.